guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down what is a Yelp Elite and how you can become part of the team. Okay, to cut straight to the point, the way I got into Yelp Elites is I had a Yelper email me and they asked me to nominate myself. I believe they nominated me. It was one of the two. Honestly, I can't remember. It's been 3 years ago, but it was either one of the two. So those are the ways that you can get into the Yelp Elites. Either somebody nominates you. I'm not sure if they have to be a Yelper too or not. First, let me break down what a Yelp Elite is. To me, personally, what I would say is a Yelp Elite is basically, you can be a regular person. I feel anybody can be a Yelp Elite because they can. Anybody can be a Yelp Elite. All you do is do reviews of wherever you went. It doesn't have to be a food place. It can be Target, it can be a mall, it can be anything that's on Yelp. And if it's not on Yelp, you can always add it to Yelp. And basically, as a Yelp Elite, you get invited to these events. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's activities. It just depends on whatever's on the Yelp app. And so it's honestly a great way to try different culture foods for free. I'm gonna read you guys what it says the Yelp Elite Squad is on the Yelp website. It says the Yelp Elite Squad is a fun group of passionate locals writing, photography, and adventuring their way through a city and beyond. From cocktails on boats to play dates with penguins, there are all sorts of experiences. And like I said, there's so much more than just food. So if you're not a foodie, which who is not a foodie, then that's okay. They got you too. There's other things that you can do on there. So to become part of the Yelp Elite, you have to have a photo of yourself, real first name, share your local adventure with a review and photos shot. Basically, just do reviews. That's how I had somebody reach out to me. It was because I was doing a lot of reviews, and I was just doing it because I personally like doing reviews. For one, to help the business is if it's a good review, but also I have a bad memory. So for example, I like to be really detailed with my reviews to wherever food place I go to. That way I can say, oh, okay, I had this burger at this place and I like that. Okay, let's go back. Or I don't know if I like this place. I go back to my reviews. I put here 0 out of 10. So that's why I did it. But you don't have, it's whatever you decide to do. You do have to be doing reviews though, is what I'm getting at, okay? It says set to where you currently live. The great thing about Yelp is wherever you're traveling, let's say you're going to New York next week, you can change the app to New York when you get to New York and you can see what events are happening and you could possibly get in, which is amazing. I think that's so cool. It says you must be of the legal drinking age, so you must be 21 or older, and elite squads cannot be business owners, which I did not know, but I feel like that's a gray area because I think there's probably some people that are elite squads and they're business owners, because I feel like a lot of people own businesses, but I'm not sure how they would know that. I don't know. It says you can nominate yourself for the Yelp Elite Squad throughout the entire year. Once you submit your nomination, the Elite Council will review your profile to see if you have what it takes. Again, my experience was a little different. I had somebody else reach out to me on Yelp and say, I believe they nominated me. And I just had to wait until they confirmed me, and that was that. And then once you get in there, I don't feel like it was really explained to me, but you kind of learn as you do these events. Every event is different. Like I say, you get to meet a lot of new people. It used to be, so I started doing Yelp 3 years ago. It used to be a lot of +1s, but a lot of these events now are just elites only. You're gonna have to meet people. I mean, you don't have to. You can be a loner if you want to, but it's not gonna be as fun. I always used to worry that I would go to these events by myself because I don't have any friends to do Elite, and I think it's because people don't know about Elites, because you're missing out on free food. Don't miss out on that free food. I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta do it. I'm not sure how many reviews you need to do before you get accepted into the Elite Squad, but to give you an example, I think how many reviews I had been doing before I got nominated was about 10 to 12, and that's not a lot. They're not asking you to write a diary for a review, but you know, just be thorough, be honest. Another thing is, don't always be negative, because if you're always negative, you know, they're probably not going to invite you to other events. You know, if they invite you to an Elite event, which is an event for food, activity, whatever, if it was a bad experience, okay, I get that. But if every experience that you do where you have an Elite event is negative, they're not going to want you back. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if you're a negative person, then this might not be for you. But that's not to say that you shouldn't be honest, because you know you want to be honest, but this is a lot of eyes on you, because people will look at your reviews and you know you don't want to cuss, you don't want to be too negative, you know, just keep it professional. It's not a job because they don't pay you, but you get to do free things. So I think it's a win. I personally think it's a win. Some people tell me, hey, I think you should get paid, but let's not get greedy, okay? I think that sums up how to become a Yelp Elite. If you do have any other questions that I have not answered about how to become a Yelp Elite, please let me know down below. And if you want to know where you can nominate yourself, literally just go type in Yelp Elite Squad join on Google, and you should see a little red button on the website. You should see that, and it's gonna say nominate yourself. You nominate yourself, and I'm not sure how long it takes to get accepted, but just keep an eye on your email for that, and good luck. I hope you get in. So tomorrow I'm actually going to an event, and I'm gonna record that for you guys and show y'all to the best of my ability. So once you're part of the Yelp Elite Squad, you're gonna go scroll all the way down to your me profile and click that. And this is the event that I'm going to tomorrow, and this is my location. And I click on that, and let's pretend, oh, this was postponed. I always keep track of the app in case your event gets canceled. Most likely they'll send out an email, but just in case, just check up on it, okay? And it's up to you to figure out when these events are going on and when to RSVP, because you do have to RSVP obviously before the event, and you don't want to miss out, because for example with Houston, I believe there's over 600 Yelpers, so yeah, that's a lot, and obviously not everybody gets to experience it. So boom, for example, I RSVP'd for this event, and what it had said before this, it said RSVP in 8 hours. That was when it was getting to the time of where you could RSVP. Now I did RSVP because I clicked this, but I don't want to cancel it, and so it gives you all the information that you need to know right here, and it tells you the location of the event, and then you check your inbox daily to see if you got into the event. Now again, this is the event I'm going to tomorrow that I'll be showing you guys. It says Autumn's Up, and it's not full, and there's 2 RSVPs, 2 sessions, session 1 and session 2, and they only allow a limited amount of people. I'm not sure how many they let in, but for example, in my last event that was sessioned like this, it was only 20 people that they let in per session. There was 2 sessions just like this one, and they said over 600 people RSVP to the event. So when I tell you guys, check up on the app daily for these Yelp events, because otherwise you will miss out and you won't go. You just miss out. You know, you don't want to miss out on these events, especially if you're working hard and doing these reviews, okay? And then it tells you what you'll get. This says indulge on a complimentary sampling journey of the different food stalls, fun brands, and local brews. The food will span from Eastern Europe to Vietnamese to South African, and confirmed guests will have a passport card to check them all off. It's awesome because you get to try out Eastern European food, Vietnamese, and South African all in one event. For example, I'm not sure if I had mentioned this before. One time I tried a Vietnamese coffee shop, and literally I have been obsessed with Vietnamese coffee ever since. But how would I know that if I would have never got the chance to try it out? I feel like whenever a foodie like me wants to try a new place, it's kind of hard because you're scared, oh, what if I don't like it, and then it's a waste of money, and I hate when that happens. On top of that, it's a great place to meet new people. Maybe if you're trying to get a job at X place or something, you can meet somebody that works at this spot. If you're shy, listen, you need to get over that fear. I know it's hard, but just try to get out there, okay? Life is all about experiences, and if you don't get out of that shell, you're gonna miss out on so many amazing experiences. And just to give you an example of other events besides a food event, I remember for my very first year of Yelp, I went to this event with a +1 that was called Seltzerland, and basically we were downtown, and it was, I think it was about 12 in the afternoon to 3 p.m. When I tell you we were lit, that was a great experience. I had so much fun. I had another event that was more adventurous. We did bingo night that night. We did some candle making, and that, I crossed that off my bucket list. I have always wanted to do candle making, and I got to do it for free with Yelp. It was awesome. I actually just started doing this a couple months back, to where they do an Elites on Fire, and this is for the Yelp Houston location. They're doing Elites on Fire, where they'll post a picture of you on their Instagram, and you write a little story about Yelp. And I just think it's awesome because it's also giving back to the Yelper. How you become an Elites on Fire is basically you do so many reviews that you're on fire. They're acknowledging that. So I think that's awesome because it's also another way for other other people to notice you if you want to be noticed. But as far as I know, only Yelp Houston is doing the Elites on Fire so far. It's a newer thing, so I do believe they will branch out and do other cities, states. I'm not sure, but you would just have to check that out on Instagram. All right, y'all, made it to the event. Let me show y'all the little check-in area. This is in downtown. This is where you check in. And I'm gonna show y'all my outfit if I can. And look, I finally made it early. This is my little passport card, what they call it. And I can go to any of these places. So far, I've only been to one food area, and what they do is they check off that little piece of paper that I showed y'all. But this place is so big. This event is about 200 people, and I tried the pizza. I already ate it because it was a little bite, but I also got these. This is chicken something, and then vegetable samosas. So I'm gonna try that, and then I got some water. And this is what I look like. I'm wearing a dress. You're good. I'm wearing a dress right now. Alright, I'm gonna try it with you guys. The vegetable samosa. I've never tried that in my life. So cute. And everyone's been so nice so far. Let me show y'all. It's like a little passport, and they check it off for you. And one of them has been checked off. The other one with the pizza, I'm not sure if that's another place, but better for me, that way I can get another one. So if I don't like it, I don't like it, okay? Alright. Okay, so far I just bit into the little dough part, so no real taste there. Ooh, it's spicy. Okay, I can't eat it, it's spicy. Y'all know I can't do spicy because of my stomach. It kind of tastes like curry. There might be some curry in that. That's not the vegetable one, that's the other one. Chicken something. That's spicy. But it's good. I'm just not gonna finish it due to my stomach. Like I said. Alright, vegetable samosa. It tastes healthy. Tastes good though. I like healthy, you know. It's good. Good. The spooky vibes. Gotta love the cups. By the time you're watching it, October is probably gonna be over. Let's go continue traveling the world and keep looking and check off our passport. The lady that is there at the booth, she takes a picture of you and the machine draws you. That is so crazy. And look what you get. Okay, do we have a resemblance? Do we look alike? I think it's pretty awesome, regardless if it looks like me or not. This is crazy, you guys, where technology is going. That's why y'all need to join the Yelp team, because these opportunities for free, where? I also went and got a drink at another area. So every area for this event is a new place to try something new, where there's a drink, a food, a dessert. So I went to the juicer event area, and I got a hibiscus drink, and it's actually really good. I love hibiscus, so I knew this was not gonna fail me. This is a Caribbean beef patty. The lady said it does taste like empanadas, but it is spicy, so I can't finish it, but it is good though. reminds me of, y'all? It's basically a food hall with the passports. That's what it is, a food hall. This is a mini shrimp pancake. That's what I was told. And this is where I got the little pancake. And they even have that over there. How cool. All right, yo, I didn't show this part, but I was at trying some seltzers, and she was talking, and I just didn't show y'all because we had to drink it right then and there with the ladies. So, and then we got this cozy little nook over here. This place is big, y'all. Like I said, it's basically a food hall, and we're not done yet. We got some stuff outside. There's a couple more other things out here. It's getting a little chilly, but I like it. You can play games, and y'all see they got the pumpkin vibes everywhere.
My umami truffle soy, my last bottle, everyone bought it all.
Oh, wow.
So this sauce goes well on everything. So what I did here was I took a simple dry noodle and I boiled it, strained it, and I added the sauce to it.
Okay.
I got chugs on my sailor, I better cut this down too.
Yes.
First of a green, I was petrified, and so you're back. Then it took home straight my head, not to follow one, and I know I'm all done to get out of survive. I will survive.
El botecito. Yo, the last stop is sushi. I got several, so let's try these. You told me what they were, but I got so many, I don't know, y'all. This one's a California roll. You can never go wrong with the California roll. This one looks like it's tempura. They were all good. I'm just full at this point. Today's Yelp event takes place at Sweet Green. I believe that's what it's called, and I'm already here. What I like to do when I pull up to any Yelp event is I like to pull up the event information, and I just kind of like to go over it, because when you go in there, I like to say, hey, I'm with Yelp and I'm here for the Yelp event. For this event, this is a food event, so sometimes they only have a certain amount of things on the menu that you can choose from, and it's always good to know beforehand because I feel like sometimes they get annoyed. So this one says a complimentary autumn harvest bowl, so we'll just go in there and ask for the autumn harvest bowl. So this is what the place looks like from the outside. So it says welcome Yelp Elites, kids eat free, and then this is what they have. That's cool. This is the harvest bowl. I think this is what we're getting. Back in the car, I wasn't in there too long. So the way most events are is you get there, and by where you're gonna order the food, there's gonna be a little QR code, and that's where you scan it and you check in with Yelp. Let me tell you guys how this one went down. This is kind of like a Chipotle. I didn't take a video of the food area, but I did show you guys the rest of the place. It was really nice. All those plants in there are real, which is awesome. Y'all know I love plants. But let me tell you guys my interaction that I had. I went in there and I let the lady that was behind the counter, I said, hey, I'm with Yelp. And I don't know if she heard me or what, but she acknowledged it. She said, okay, pick out a bowl. And so I'm looking at the menu, and I asked her, I was like, are you sure I can get any bowl? Because I thought it can only be one bowl, because like I told you guys, there's a memo that they sent out last night that we can only get a certain bowl because that's what the owner decided to do. She was like, yeah, you can pick out any bowl. I was like, okay. Like, cool. So boom, I pick out the bowl, and then I don't know if it was the manager or the owner, but he comes up and he said, hey, you're with Yelp? And I said, yes. So he kind of got upset with her, and then he was kind of blocking the way of her movement, put it that way. And she was like, excuse me, to him. And it's just like things like that. as a customer, nobody should see. That's like, it just makes the ambience and the atmosphere just uncomfortable. And it's just not, like, you don't want your customers seeing that interaction. It was just off-putting. And then I feel like after that, she got an attitude with me because I told him that I told her I was with Yelp, because I did tell her. So then a guy at the end is waiting for me to check out. So he checks me out. He seemed nice, but then he seemed kind of snotty at the end. I don't know if that's the right word, but he just seemed kind of show-offy. Overall, y'all, this event, it was just a no for me, just off of the interaction and the food. My main thing is the food. Honestly, the food, it was not it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the bowl may look good on camera, but it tastes like nothing. It tastes like nothing. I kid you not. I know taste, okay? I know good food. I feel like it tastes no salt, no, I don't know what seasonings they use, but I don't know, it's not for me. Chipotle always has seasoning, okay? I will say their bowl looks big. I mean, it is big, but it's just, no. And then you get a complimentary bread if you want it, and I say yes. Bro, that bread is hard. And then on top of that, the food was all cold. So, most of the times you will have a good interaction, but you know, it's life. Y'all go to ups and downs, so it's okay. I want to make this video with several kind of events. All right, another day, another Yelp event, you guys. I'll give you guys more of the deets in the car, but we're at a kebab shop. I've never had one. So everything is inside. The fries, everything is inside. So I'm actually very interested in this concept. It looks healthy. Let's try it. I got the rotisserie chicken in there. So big, y'all. Alright, last event that I wanted to show you guys was this one. One thing that I personally think is one of the way Yelps works in how they choose who gets invited to what events, and I'm not sure if I already mentioned this before, but the more reviews you do, the more likely you will get into the event. Because I say that because this is the first time that I've been a Elite on Fire, is what they call it. And I got an email, and it's basically saying that I've done so many reviews for this month that I'm on fire. Basically, it gives me the exclusives to upcoming events. And then on top of that, they also invite you to secret events. So I just got invited to a steakhouse, and this one I could do a +1, but this is like a secret event because it's not on the event Yelp calendar, because it's a Elite on Fire event. So that's pretty cool. This way it motivates you to do lots of reviews because you are rewarded. That's something new I learned today, which I'm surprised is the first time I've been on fire, because I feel like I've done more reviews than this, but you never know how many reviews you're doing versus somebody else. That's the thing. You never know. You never know. So just how I told you guys that Houston does the shout out for that one person every month for the person that's on fire, you don't know. Maybe it was me versus this other person that did one more review. Who knows? You don't know. Today's event, it was cool. Somebody else used my name for the event, which I don't think they purposely did. I think there's a lot of Sofias that do Yelp, and they just probably didn't ask for the last name, and they had my last name crossed out, and it just kind of looked weird on my part, like, are you here twice kind of thing. But you know, I was never there before, and they believed me. I even showed the email. So that's just little things like that. But overall, everything's pretty smooth. Today it was a kebab shop. I had never had a kebab before. Personally, it was not my favorite. I think it wasn't my favorite because I don't like cucumber, but I'm always the type of person who I'll try it just to see if I like it. But maybe this wasn't the place to do that, you know? But it's okay. It wasn't terrible. Hey, I'm not mad at it. It's up to you to be checking the Yelp app and checking what events are there. Sometimes they'll put an event for next week and it'll come out tomorrow and you'll never know. You have to, I would say, check every day or every other day. I know it sounds crazy, but just kind of put in your routine, or even make a little alarm for it. Check Yelp, you know, because that's the only way you'll know about the events going on. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out. So the first year that you're a Yelp Elite, let's say it's 2023 right now, and it's about to be 2024, you will still continue to be a Yelp Elite the next year. I'm not sure where they'll decide that, but I will say if you stop doing reviews overall, you will get kicked off. Make room for people who do reviews, you know what I mean? If you were ever wondering that question, I was scared because I'm like, am I gonna have to reapply? No, it just transfers over to the next year. I wish you guys luck. I wish you guys become Yelp Elites, and I will see you guys the next time. Bye.
So sweet like a lemonade. Took time making you the minute maid. We can do something new, let me innovate. We can take it slow